today is race day. I've been training for the past 2.5 months for this day. It's here, it's the morning, it's a beautiful day, it's gonna be a great run. First ever half marathon race, and I wanted to show you guys what I'm eating for breakfast. Some Belvita cakes. I'll eat one of these and then just a cup of coffee. Nice and clean. They're early. Make sure I get my parking, get all settled, get familiar with everything going on, so I'm not in a rush to do anything. So I'll see you guys there. All right, guys, we're here on location, about to meet up with the homie Clayton and Kate. As you can see, beautiful day, super excited, getting kind of nervous.
Take off the training wheels. Take off the water wheels.
Are you ready?
Yeah! We're ready!
Thanks for the support, man. I'll see you guys on the other side.
Woo!
30 seconds to start.
We got the Youth Valley Ski Area, the Dome. Minnesota. Where are you at, Kathy? Let me see. Next we have. All right, if you're looking for those skis,
It was such a good experience, such a learning lesson. I really mentally pushed myself to a level that I've never had to. That last mile was like the hardest single thing I've done in my life. But we finished it, and when I can think straight and don't feel all overheated and can feel my legs again, I'll break down the race a little bit more and tell you guys my overall experience on my first half marathon. But we made it and got this cool little medal here, Anchorage Half Marathon. I'll wear this around all day.
Yeah, next year, full marathon.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, what's going on, guys? So it's been a couple hours since I finished the race, a few hours, kind of a little bit more rested, recovered. So I wanted to go ahead and give you guys a few tips, 5 or 6 tips on if you're training for your first half marathon or maybe your second or whatever. Maybe these tips can help you if you have a half marathon coming up or if it's the night before a half marathon. So hopefully these tips help prep your mind, get your mindset ready, and give you something to kind of guide your training. All right, so tip number 1 is going to be follow a training program. So unless you're an experienced runner, if you're a beginner like me, I had no experience running. All I did was Google a half marathon training program. I printed it out, downloaded it on my phone, and I just followed it for the past pretty much 2 months. I've been following this training program. It's helped me structure my workouts and giving me something to follow that's pretty clear in black and white. Tip number 2, this kind of only applies if you're competitive like me, but it's to set a goal from the start. So once you decide to do this half marathon, have a goal in mind, a goal time. So mine was 2 minutes or under 2 hours for my first half marathon, and I ended up getting 2:01 or 2:02 55, something super close. So I'm still super happy with it, but it gave me something to strive for in training. It gave me a goal that was pretty ambitious that I could kind of chase after, and that if I hadn't set that goal from the start, I don't think I would have ran nearly as fast as I did. Alright guys, so tip number 3 is going to be to drink a bunch of water leading up, the days leading up. Don't just try to drink all the water the morning of, but the few days leading up to this race, you need to be drinking a lot more water than you do. It's going to mean you're going to go to the bathroom all the time, and that means you're doing it right. Just drink a bunch of water, and then also the night before, drink a bunch of water, but also get a solid dinner in, just so you prep your body and fuel your body. Don't eat anything crazy. Don't go to bed super stuffed, and then don't eat a lot of stuff the morning of. You want to keep it pretty light so that you don't have to end up using the bathroom during the race. All right, so number 4 is a huge one. It's pace. So you're really gonna want to throttle how much energy you have in the start. When you're starting, there's a bunch of energy. As you guys saw, there's a bunch of people all running out hard. You want to find your goal pace, which is mine. I wanted to run the half marathon in under 2 hours, which meant I need to run every mile in 9 minutes 9 seconds. That's what it breaks down to over the course of 13 miles. And so I knew that from the start, but from the start, most of the people were running way faster than a 9-minute mile, and even some of my friends that I started with were, but I knew that I needed to stick to my number 1 tip. Is probably going to be this. It's going to be that you need to pace yourself from the start. Don't get too caught up in all the excitement. Stick to the game plan, stick to the pace goal that you set for yourself, however many minutes a mile that is. For the 13 miles, and stick to that, because you're gonna need that energy. I promise you, those last few miles are gonna need way more energy than you think and expect. So if you burn it all up in the start, it's gonna hit you in those later miles. All right, so tip number 5 is gonna be to find a buddy in those late miles when you're starting to want to slow down. It happened to me. I hit a wall straight up and my body felt like I could not get any more out of it. What I did was I looked around and I found some guy who was chasing after me, who was running, a little bit. I saw him creeping up from the back, kind of that type of thing, and I stuck with his pace and I actually started to speed up just a little bit, and that kept me on my pace. All right, guys, so this last one is a really big one as well, having to do with mindset, but it's trust yourself. Trust the work you've put in leading up to this. Like I said, if you followed a training plan, if you've been running all these miles, for me, it was like over 220 miles leading up to this thing. If you've ran all those miles, maybe it's less, maybe it's more. You've been working very hard for this race, so it's your time to shine. It's now. You've done the work, so trust yourself. Don't get too psyched out. Don't get too nervous. Don't get too discouraged by other racers that might be faster than you. Focus on your goal. Focus on the fact that you put in the work and that you're ready to kill this race today. And that's all I got for you guys. So hopefully a couple of those tips helped. I hope you guys enjoyed me kind of documenting my first half marathon. It definitely was an experience that I'll never forget. Who knows if I'll run another one or come for that sub 2 finally, or run a full marathon. I'm not sure, but I'm super excited and happy still that I challenged myself with the half marathon. I hope you do the same. So let me know. Feel free to drop any more comments, questions you guys may have. I'd love to help and answer any questions. Good luck to you guys all if you're running a race, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.